Alrighty, golf sim fans, Sunset Hills Country Club. Today I'm going to use every different kind of iron and hybrid and club in the bag and just do a random mix match and force myself to take good swings regardless of what I'm using. This course was really nice. Sunset Hills reminds me of your standard country club out by where you live. It reminds me a little bit of the course by my house, which is a country club. To start off, though, we go really far to the right. Just get it back in play, leaving us probably a 9-iron or 8-iron. And like I said, each different club, we got the Titleists in there, we got TaylorMade, we got the Pings, they're all in there as a different club, and it's going to hopefully force me to just forget about which ones are better or which ones are not and just go out and hit the ball forward with some pace, you know. A good drive there on 2 and a good second shot with the TaylorMade 6-iron from 1998. No, I'm just kidding, it's like 2004. I hit this low and hard, and it goes over the pin and into the back bunker. Now, this in real life would be impossible. 13 degrees downhill in the back of the bunker, but a little flop shot off of the turf in my garage, and we remain even after 3. I thought I had some good tempo on some drives. I tend to overswing from the top with all my clubs, but especially the driver. That one, however, pretty nice. Trying to back it up with a 3-wood. That leaves us about 50 yards away. Pulled right off the bat, but distance was good, and that's going to give us another par going to the 5th hole. Some tough little like dog-leggy holes here that if you had massive distance you could maybe go for it, but me, I'm just trying to nestle it in the little nook down here, and it works out perfectly, leaving us a short wedge in. And that's just a little short of the birdie circle, but it's going to be another par, and we go to 6 here. 141. That was a bad swing. You could tell on video, you could tell on the GSPro. I get some good hops there down the cart path, though, and end up hole high, trying to chip it in the circle to save par. Oh, and it just does. That was really lucky. Short par 4 coming up. Pushed it out to the right, some sort of 3-wood or hybrid or something, leaving us 142 from the rough. On camera, that swing looked nice. It's going to be short, though, in real life. Real life in the sim. Real life looked good, the sim looked bad. And then I come up about 2 inches short from saving par. That's going to be our first bogey of the day on the 7th. We go to the 8th now. 340 yards. We go straight into the tree on the right. Trying to do some sort of crazy spin with the 5-iron there, and was able to almost execute it. Didn't have quite the left to right that I thought, but able to chip it in and get back on the par train, keeping it at +1. Some more out of bounds on the left, but again, when the tempo looks good on camera, the results are usually pretty good on the sim. And that's just face control, and that looks left, but came across it good enough and a little short for the par. Going to the 10th now, a short par 4. I believe this is just a 3-wood Trying to hit the fairway. Maybe even the hybrid, one of them. 117 remaining. I liked that tempo on that iron shot. And the distance was really good, just a little bit to the left. But we're still hitting some pars. Try to fade that back into the fairway, and it doesn't quite make it. It's in the rough. It's a par 5 though. Wouldn't have been able to get there anyway. A major heel top with a 3-wood that advances us down the left-hand side. 155 left. 95 ball speed ain't gonna get it done. And that comes up short of the green. And that chip is short, so there's another bogey on a par 5 this time. That's not great. 161 here. And that's short also, just not getting the ball speed out of the tailor-made T200s that I do with some of the other clubs. A good chip that just stays in though to remain at 2 over going to 13. Now this is me actually trying to hit a draw, and it was 10 degrees left. So that the more I try and hit to the left, the more I swing to the left. I gotta work that out. I have been battling a lot of closed face, just like that. So even when I do swing left, I'm closing it and just going even more left. So really trying to stay more neutral, either on swing, path, club face, or both. And luckily the Garmin allows me to do that. When I do these rounds though, I don't necessarily care what the stats are. I work on that stuff later. Get a nice big bounce off the cart path to advance on this short par 4, leaving 123 remaining up the hill. That one's pulled and short, and we quickly get another birdie with that automatic another bogey, with that automatic 3-putt, and now we're at +3 going to 15. Only a couple holes left here to make a difference. I thought that one, if it bounced to the right, had a chance, but bounces straight left, leaving a difficult chip that probably would have rolled out, but hits the pin and stays in. A short par 4 here, 320 yards. This looks like just the hybrid knocked it down and ran it up the left side about 190. That was okay. Short of all the bunkers and everything. Now hitting an 8 or 9 iron up the hill, trying to get there, and it just holds the green, and they're gonna give us a 2-putt. We got out of bounds everywhere on this hole, and we are flirting with it on 17, headed straight for the road. Depends on where it's placed. Is it at? It's inbounds. No re-tee. Trying to hit a draw around this tree. Can't do it. Find the bunker on the right hand side. A good chip out of the bunker. 2 remain at +3 going to 18. If you've been watching the channel at all, 17 and 18, I'll have some decent scores going and I'll just implode. So a par 4 here. Popped it up straight in the air to start with no power. 194, trying to get there and clip some tree branches and fall straight down. So now we got 55 and we got to land it in the small circle just to remain at 3 over. And this one looks pretty good, and it creeps in the gimme circle, and we do remain at 3 over. 3 bogeys, the rest pars, a lot of chips, some good drives. A lot of good things to take away there, and make sure to try out this course on GSPro.